Well, you know, apart from more of the horrendous voices.
I was also there. I had,
Yes, that's the way it was.
This is the true plot. And to be honest, you're a twat if you think otherwise.
In the past, I have played many.
Groovy.
Let's talk about the gameplay.
But where's the bullet hole?
Asked Caddy.
I don't get it.
We're rhyming, you twat.
I mean, I don't quite understand.
Fucking idiot.
What did I do to deserve this? Where did I go so wrong? Why won't she answer the door when I knock? I know I'm not perfect. I know I've made mistakes. But I know that she sees me because when I knock on the door, she runs deeper into the house.
This is a terrible start. Well, you know, just in case this wasn't a bad enough start for you.
Sorry, N.O.P. N.O.P.? Not our problem.
Hey, Smurfette. Hey, you alright, my friend? You okay, buddy? You sure? Sure, you Smurfette, you don't wanna Burger King? But I suppose it is kind of worth waiting through the tutorials just for the glory of being free with makeup application. She is my canvas. I am Picasso. You know what I'm thinking? I think it's time for an obligatory montage. Go! Oh, lovely. I am disease.
Turning around on this music box that's wound by a key.
Fabuloso.
Who can forget those classic games on the PS2 next to Shadow of the Colossus and Sly Cooper 2, such as White Van Racer? No? Not ringing any bells? Okay, well how about Animal Soccer World? Still nothing? Well, how about Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys? I have nothing to say. Do you even know what to say? Because I sure don't. Okay, well maybe you know this one. It's an absolute classic, Street Warrior. Sweet Mother and Mary's illicit God! And that dog that I dunked earlier, he will be missed. Poor old 20. I wrote him a song of woe and a song of tribute to a true people's poet and all-round American hero. Ladies and gentlemen, the song of the century.
820, 820, 820, 820, 820, 820.
Sorry, everyone. I'm not in the mood to hang.
Oh, really? That's a shame. I had the noose ready.
Stuff like this, you know, it just...
Smash them round the bend!
But that is nothing compared to the boss's reaction to Jade, I think, getting lunch for her.
Carbs! What are you trying to do? Kill me? Make me fat? I only eat greens!
So as it turns out, Jade, I think, actually ends up getting fired because she wasn't actually told what the boss likes to eat for lunch. I do logic every not at all. But she doesn't just get fired, and she doesn't just get seriously disciplined, and she doesn't just get majorly embarrassed. No. She gets rained on with motherfucking lightning storms.
Sure.
Life lesson number 2.
You can't cheer someone up without something styling to wear.
And this game was just so good that it didn't even warrant its own Wikipedia page. And it was also one of the only games in the world that official UK PlayStation magazine gave a fuck off and die out of 10. I mean, this was a game that was originally meant to run on 2 megabytes of RAM, and the PS4 version doesn't even fucking work properly. Welcome to the 8th generation of electronic entertainment, folks. This is PS4!
I suppose I should press the triangle button to get that. I suppose I should select that text from Chloe and press the X button to read it. I feel so down I can barely even bring myself to follow the arrow that's pointing towards the smoothie bar.
I mean, when games like this try to break the fourth wall this pathetically, I find it utterly joyous. Imagine if any other of your favorite games did that.
When you want to use the codec, push the select button.
But
And Colonel, since it's really cold down here, don't be surprised if I can't hit the select button to call you on the codec. The button could easily get stuck in the low temperatures after all. Oh, and Colonel, I'm so cold that I can barely use the arrow buttons to run around and warm myself up. BRB.
Another cutscene later, and the game begins with us talking to this fine fellow, and we're playing as a character from the movie called McDonald, who— oh my god! What happened to his face? He looks like Cole Phelps if he was made from ham. And is it a girl? A guy? I see no dick or tits, and the voice is kind of indistinguishable, so I don't know.
James, was that Brat's Rock Angels I just heard from upstairs? Okay, have a nice day.
If you expect greatness from something that looks like this, then please send me your address, and then I'll send you a referral straight from my doctor, because I'm a little bit worried about you. And every time you place a piece down, you hear the sound of Satan throwing up. I'm just gonna pick expert, because I'm a boss.
You know what? I don't know.
In this mode, power-ups appear and vanish quicker than you can cough.
Get revenge.
So, this is a game based on the Smurfs. I never watched the Smurfs. I'm not a strong man like David the Hoff. And then some more plot happens. The brats decide to get back at the magazine company that fired Jade, I think, so that they can
Get revenge.
And by the by, just so you know, FYI, he narrates everything. Everything! Absolutely everything! Every time you move the cursor, every time you highlight something, every single time you do anything, this obnoxious up-his-own-arse voice feels like explaining every single solitary thing that you do.
Start the game, King Status. Change the game configuration.
General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorists.
Who gives a fucking monkeys?
Life lesson number 1.
Well, I may be blue, but at least I have this cool cell phone.
Ah, whatever. Ah, cue here. These are dogs, and this is a cat. The cat plays pranks on dogs, and then it runs away like this.
I'm not sure I can keep through with this. This game is going to be the death of me.
Just in case you forgot, may I remind you,
This is PS4!
This was a game released on said console in November 2013 and was developed by a company called System 3. Apparently it was their birthday or some shit. And this company also seemed to apply the mid-80s UK game developing company naming theory, which was to take any English word in the world and then stick a number on the end of it. You know, like Team 17.
Or even socks too. I got 2 socks.
Also, it's surprisingly hilarious to bleep out all of the Smurfs in every sentence that Brainy spurts out.
He's a superb driver and uses magic to his opponents. Very clever with his hands. Just see what he can together with a few nails. He uses heavy artillery to his more reckless opponents to a halt.
So basically, this nameless brat, and nope, I'm not insulting her, that's what they're called, and speaking of everything else, why does this fucking aspect ratio keep changing? It's really pissing me off. It's not fucking IMAX, it's just annoying Max, am I right? I mean, where do I even start with this? I have no idea at all. Do you have an idea? Because I bloody don't. But besides that point, for this goal that I'm doing right now, I need some clothes. But here's the funny thing, and by funny I mean not haha funny, but fuck you funny. No matter what you want to pick, everybody you bump into hates everything that you wear. It doesn't even matter if you get matching outfits, they all hate it.
Hi, Jade. Is that what's fashionable these days?
Hey, Yasmin. That's some kind of statement you're making, right?
Is it Halloween already? What are you wearing?
Christ almighty, I'm playing a video game to escape from reality, not to mirror my life and have it insult me by reminding me that every time I go out I look stupid in public.
Maybe I just suck at the game. You start to fumble, you go from green to amber. You can't get out of amber? Well then you go to red. Can't get out of red?
Then you lose.
Not only was it kinda unnecessary, but it twiddles with the game like George Lucas twiddles with the original Star Wars trilogy. Just leave it alone!
Yep, this is it. 8th generation console gaming, folks.
This is PS4!
Do you know what would make DDR even better? By playing as Baloo the fucking bear.
Mean girl alert. Those two things are called Kirsty and Casey. But everyone at Styles High calls them the Tweevils.
Okay, wait a second. Why do these guys get an intro? I don't even know the names of our heroines yet, but these guys get a fucking in-depth character study and X-ray introduction in the first 2 minutes? And who is this girl talking to exactly? Is she the newly appointed narrator to this train wreck, or is she just talking to her friends about them even though they already know who they are?
I'm just gonna stop looking for the flaws and the plot holes and everything. It's Bratz. It's gonna be fucking shit. So let's fucking move on. And it'll be over faster.
DDR is everywhere. DDR is anywhere. DDR is even there. DDR is about rhythm. Rhythm is the pulse of life. So that means
DDR is life.
Owner's neighbor. The neighbor and the old lady who owned them.
Wait! What? Am I going mad? Is it just me, or was there, pray tell, a shot of a rabbit just then having a fucking seizure, making no noise for like a split second? I mean, what the hell is even going on? And first of all, before we mention anything else, these stupid bloody things. The comic book-esque faces that feel they need to make an appearance every time a character opens their drooling mouth. Don't get me wrong, I feel as though they add a little bit more variety and spice and animation to some of the slower scenes of the game, but at the same time, they could have been done much better. Look at his disgusted face. Do you see? He is disgusted. These certain turns of events have left him looking disgusted. It's almost like you reading Watership Down and needing a picture of a dead bunny on every page because, you know, just words are in no way satisfactory for conveying the message that Mr. Stobart is disgusted.
What are you reviewing now?
It's The Fifth Element.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not to mention, because of all this stuff to play with, this tutorial is also long. Very long. Oh boy, is it long. Longer than long great Auntie Maple's long finger.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people. I don't care anymore.
With one mighty bound, our hero was free.
Yeah, he seems awfully happy with himself over there. But then, oh joy, the PS1 FMV makes a triumphant return into my life and it looks just marvellous. Although, admittedly, they don't actually look too bad for the time. I mean, sure, the frame rate is as consistent as spreading cold Nutella on thin bread, Mowgli looks like a duck, and Shanty looks ill. But overall, it's not too shabby, I guess. Okay, I take it all back! And then they set off to town because dogs do that, and then we see some heavy metal pigs driving past. Whoever thought that this was a good idea must have also thought that Whoopi Goldberg should marry Gerard Depardieu so that her name becomes Whoopi Doopy Doo. But anyway, as you can see, the gameplay is presented on an open plane, so it's just like GTA. Full of twats. And I know that this is aimed specifically at children, but for goodness sakes, it doesn't actually teach anything deeper to kids about kart racing other than learn the track so you can go around it faster.
So, where are we going now?
The Haunted Mansion.
I'm sorry, the where?
The Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion.
Hella fun. Hella fun. Hella funt. Elephant. Puns. I mean, Jesus Christ on a bicycle. If this game is just holding the hands of less experienced gamers, you know, that's fine. But please don't hold me back. It's pretty damn obvious what everything does. It's right there in front of me. You've already explained the basics to this, so let me figure some stuff out, please. We are playing an interactive and fun electronic video game, not sitting through math. Click on shit everywhere! Literally, just click on everything. Click here, click there, click upside down. Why not?
Feel free to try on anything you like.
Oh, you creepy bastard. Expert mode gives you a time limit to reach a checkpoint, and easy doesn't. In expert mode, the game is just saying, you better not crash into the walls or you won't make it in time. The only one I don't really get, though, is the preview for when you highlight random on the song selection. Look at these backwards-ass commands! When did this game become fucking teaching? And I've only played the PS1 version of this. Ah! I'm sorry. That box art still scares the bejesus out of me.
Rimmel and Twifflechin would have to hurry if they wanted to help those two.
Are you finished?
Right. I mean, for fuck's sake, every so often you come across something and you just think, why? And this game is already easing onto #1 of my top 10, oh, the complete and indescribable anguish list. And then after that, we find Jade, I think, partaking in her job that she mentioned earlier. But before she can get to work, she must meet her boss, who is wearing a tiara. So as you can tell, we're going to get along just swell.
I was thinking that maybe we could do a column on street trends, see what's taking off at clubs, do a quiz fest.
Don't you just love it in cutscenes when none of the voices remotely sync up to the mouths of the main characters? I love it.
Okay, yeah, what the hell am I even looking at right now? I'm still trying to take this all in and I just cut. Whoa, the drummer definitely just took his vitamins for the day. Probably think that starting off with 10 lives would be a little bit lenient for this kind of game, but
No!
I mean, Dalmatians 3? Where's Dalmatians 1 and 2? Ooh, you need to do more good games, and then it's, oh, you need to do more of the review show, and then it's, oh, when are you gonna do Spyro? And it's like, I don't even understand that.
Press the X button on the little picture under our current compact and pick out a new one from the menu that appears.
how could this have ever fucking passed testing? Did anyone seriously look at this and think, hey, you know what, this is perfect, the masses will absolutely love this, I'm sure they'll be willing to pay money to see this printed now. Ooh, what the hell is that? Why can't I attack it? Ah, help me!
Jesus, save me!
Oh, it's a friend, it's helping me. Oh, false alarm. The talented writing also shines through in the story when you find out that the big bad avatar boring man 9000 over here is
smuggling cocaine.
And everyone at home is asking the question,
why are you so interested in that stone?
It's just twist after twist after twist.
And first off, I'm going to have to get through the first game out of the two, SpongeBob SquarePants and Friends Unite, also known as Nicktoons Unite in the USA.
It's alright, I guess.
Happy fucking 200,000 subscribers, everybody. Come on. Give me your worst.
Well, look who's here. The fashion freaks. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready now.
You can explore the Grinch lair and, well, I think I just found the best damage sound ever.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
I think the most disturbing example of this is in the art gallery when talking to the two Japanese tourists.
But what about Lou Bega?
No.
But he's in the game.
No, he isn't.
Come on.
Never.
He's the best thing in the game.
Okay, you can fuck right off.
And it has a Z in it, because it's cool. Anyway, the person that gave this to me at SGC, and I'm so sorry I didn't catch a name, my mind was a little bit, well, fucked for that whole weekend, said that it looked absolutely awful, but I'm sure he was just over-exaggerating a little bit.
Ooh!
What the actual hell is even going on right now? I completely fucking hate that! And then I did it, and I win.
Oh. Wait a second. He lives 4 hours away. Bollocks to that.
Wow, let's see what's going on here. What do we have? Whoa, it's Green Day. Ah, yes, of course. They give us all of these power-ups to absorb into our putty little hero, and yet none of them seem to work. How miraculous. And by that I mean it's shit.
Unbelievable!
Yeah, you're telling me. And after a very pleasant series of animated events, the game kicks you in the balls and throws you into the deep end because this fucking icky thing is charging towards you at top speed. What do I do about a lot? And clearly, I speak perfect English, so let's go ahead and pick it.
English!
And I also love the fact that on this game's release in 2005, I would have had to have paid £30 for the privilege of watching the majesty and mystery of the
Phantom phone line.
I'm serious. The fucking thing just ghosted its way through that shit. This is scary.
I'm glad you came, Cool Cat. You look a little better.
Well, I can't say the same for you. Also, I think I found the most terrifying still image in history directly from this game, and something tells me that you'll agree with me on that. Any second now. Flaccid and lubricious, greasy, wibbly, wobbly, slippy sausage legs. Ew. I even got myself a camera, and even that sucks. Perhaps I can get my revenge on Cameron for ignoring me by becoming a creepy stalker. Not going to pay attention to me, Cameron? Well then, I'll stalk your unsettling, noseless face forever until I can show everyone the best pictures I can grab of you. Cum face.
Is that the Jungle Book Groove Party?
Anyway, as we're getting into this, it's worth saying that in the UK and Europe, this game, Smurf Racer, was actually renamed to 321 Derp.
And that's supposed to be a secret code. It's just a simple mathematics.
Yes, you're right. Of course. The code is just a simple mathematics.
How could someone actually allow this to be sold on the shelf?
Let's see here. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, we officially decked her in the face. We have a cat fight right now.
Doctor, James is dead!
No, he isn't.
I'm not making it up, Doctor. He's out for the count. Dalmatian 3 has literally killed him.
I'm not a doctor.
Is it perfect?
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
Not in the slightest. And with these cutscenes, it always feels as though you're watching a badly done and pre-alpha black and white cut of a Thunderbirds episode.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the big axe.
Well, you found him. I bet you're eager to escape.
Yes, I am. What do I need to do?
But hey, the Grinch does do a great Lara Croft.
Aha!
But I gotta say, picking your characters in versus mode is another fucking story altogether. But look at this! They couldn't even spell phone correctly without putting that stupid symbol there and fucking it all up to high heavens and the kingdom of the Bibble!
Another one! Another one! Another one! Another one!
But now I just want to shoot myself in the face.
And the brats make their opinions towards them very clear. Happens to a very cute cartoon intro and then all of a sudden it just gives up. It ends. Stops. I love it. I mean, I keep on texting Cameron, but he never gets back to me. Ever. Well, don't worry, Cameron. I'm no quitter. Because one way or another, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna fuck you. I think the game got a little bit confused there. And didn't Max have a voice? I remember to an inch. The last time he said,
The care and feeding of a Grinch.
But who does that? I want to beat the game myself, Ruffle lol yo slag. But unfortunately, it isn't actually that nice in there, which causes great disdain amongst the brats.
Ow! A rat!
A rat! A rat!
Get ready to feast your eyes on the most totally slamming loft in all downtown.
Well, if it's not slamming in, then I'm not interested in it.
Throttle that Pollux.
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
Throttle that Pollux.
Could you please say that again?
Throttle that Pollux.
You better watch your mouth, young man. This is a kid's game.
With a thankful heart, with an endless joy.
And then the menu happens. What the fuck? Shit! Holy shit! What is this? Shit! What am I doing? What is going on? Look at this fucking fuck! And trust me, it becomes even more epic when you have this lovely image pushed into your face.
Merry Christmas!
Fuck you!